And we can all see that Kelsey and Meg are not friends to this day, right? Because how come both of them ain't coming together as friends and be like, yeah, Tory, why you shot my best friend? Your ass deserved to be in jail. Greetings. Welcome to another episode of Just Your Thoughts. I'm your host, Joe. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And please, when I say like, share, subscribe, I really mean that. So help your boy out. You see how many subscribers I got? I ain't got that many. So help me out, please. So hold on a sec. So what I like to talk to you guys about is, of course, the story everybody is talking about, but I'm gonna give you guys my take on it. Just your thoughts. The story of Daystar Peterson and Meg Thee Stallion. All right, Daystar Peterson, aka Tory Lanez, and Meg Thee Stallion. So, what do I think happened? I think Kelsey shot Megan. That's what I think happened. I think that's pretty much it. Kelsey found out that her best friend was sleeping with her man, and they got into a fight, and she was getting her ass whooped. So she took out the fire and started pewing. That's what I think happened. Case closed. Now, I also think that Tory felt kind of bad for Meg and Kelsey. So I think Tory tried to save Meg from Kelsey shooting her. So that was his involvement. And he tried to save Kelsey when it came to the court situation, right? So he could have easily thrown her under the bus, but he decided not to because he don't want her to go to jail. And this is somebody that he was sleeping with. So that whole fight, I believe that Tory know it was his fault that these two women are fighting. And that's why he kept his mouth shut. So to me, this is a man protecting both women. Now what Tory up is he will sleep with two crazy ass women, right? And yeah, he shouldn't have, but it is what it is. I think that Meg don't really know who shot her. I think that she was trying to protect her best friend at first when she said that she stepped on glass, and you saw the footage. She actually did step on glass, but she possibly got shot as well. Look, we all are hearing so many stories about this. We've seen the footage, we've seen the police report, we've seen Meg lying to the police, lying to the doctors, and lying to us. We don't know what to believe when it comes to Meg because Meg was probably drunk, right? We know this girl liked to party and drink, and she probably was drinking, and she was probably drunk that night, so she don't fully remember exactly what happened. But I do think she's telling a big ass lie when she said that Tory was shooting and saying dance bitch dance. I think that's bullshit right there. Come on, Meg, we all know that's bullshit. But anyways, and I guess that helps to sell the story that Tory Lanez is this evil crooked dude that is just out to get her. I don't think he's that type of dude. I do think that he's that type of dude that would sleep with two best friends, though. That's the type of dude that he is, and he is pretty much paying for that. He's suffering the consequences for that, so he should have never slept with them. It is what it is. That's the world in which he's in. He should have never got in that car with them. He should have stayed his behind with the other girl. But yeah, fellas, you got to be careful with who you sleep with, because there's a lot of brothers in jail right now because they were messing with the wrong woman. All right. And I don't want to turn this into a blame women type thing, However, it is very important to know who the hell that you're dealing with and what their mentality is like. These were two women who were supposedly best friends. And, Meg, she's wrong for sleeping with her best friend, man. That's where she kind of fucked up. you know. So I think the real innocent one here is no one. All three of them guilty of some shit because Kelsey was the one shooting. I don't know why she tried to fight Meg. Meg is bigger than her. She can't whoop Meg. Like, come on, Kelsey. Like, I think that's where she kind of messed up, right? So she should have known better, right? But then again, like I said, this is really Tory Lane's fault. It is his fault. He was sleeping with both of them, and it turned into a fight where the guns was pulled out, and now he's in jail. So this is something that we all can learn from, right? So you got to know the company that you're with, right? And know the company that you're with if they're packing. Like, look, we in South Florida. Everybody here got guns. I got a few myself, right? But not everybody with guns are responsible, right? So some people, they will pull out their guns for intimidation purposes and all of that. And we heard that she was shooting up in the air, right? So she probably wasn't even trying to shoot her, but she was trying to really protect herself from getting her ass whooped. I think that's what it was, right? And then when Tory tried to stop her, 2 extra shots, and those 2 extra shots is probably what shot where Megan got shot, right? So I think that's what happened. But yeah, it's a very unfortunate situation. These love triangles ain't no good. If you're gonna get yourself in a love triangle, like, if you're the dude, you getting yourself involved in a love triangle, you gotta have full transparency with everyone. Otherwise you'll end up in a situation like Tory Lanez, right? A love triangle that turns into gunfire, and now you stabbed up 14 times in prison. It's sad, it's unfortunate. I hope the brother get out. Will he get out? I don't know. Is the DA trying to utilize his case, to just make an example? I think so, right? Because like 10 years, I don't think that's a 10-year sentence. I don't think it's worth 10 years for what happened. Especially the fact that there was no gun residue found on him. Found on the gun or on him or whatever. And yeah, he doesn't really deserve to be in jail. He should have been out by now if he has gotten sentenced for something like this. But of course, they use enhancements, which means most violent criminals, they're going to enhance the sentencing, and he got 10 years, and he's not a violent criminal. He don't really deserve enhancement for this. So it's unfortunate, it's sad. I hope the brother get out. I hope Meg come to her senses and realize that this brother didn't really shoot her. And we can all see that Kelsey and Meg are not friends to this day, right? Because how come both of them ain't coming together as friends to be like, yeah, Tory, why you shot my best friend? Your ass deserves to be in jail. Kelsey ain't saying nothing like that. These words ain't coming out of her mouth. So we know who did it. We know who shot, and she's the one who got immunity. So it is what it is, right? Just your thoughts. Peace.